everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of our Blu-ray DVD haul for January 2023. Holy crap.
Woohoo!
So this will be out in February, so it kind of makes sense to go through the whole month. But this is where we kind of share off what we have for the month of was it the whatever month it is. And so this is the month of
January. And is
January.
that a sleepy dog I see back there? Is your
No, that's
bed?
no. That's
Huh,
my
what is that?
it's my covers. The
Oh,
dog
okay.
isn't sitting next to me though. There is a dog
You, you,
sitting
you,
right next to me. You can see that.
is that
You can see it.
Rocky?
No,
No,
that's Geronimo Mosey.
Oh, okay.
I
You
got my
know me.
sister's dogs here, so there the other one, Ushi, may come in. You may see her, but she's not right now. That's
You,
covers,
you
my
know me in
my
background. I
furry
always
covers
pick
and
up
stuff.
stuff in the background.
Anyway, we're getting off the track. So we're gonna be talking about
stay on target.
yeah,
On
we're going to talk
target.
about the
Wedge
Blu Rays and
Antilles.
DVDs that we have. And the way that we do it is we go through our Blu Rays. We only have 5 of them each, and we share off those. Then we do a DVDs, and then we do 10, and we have all of us do 10. Then we do another 10 and go through the other 10. So starting off the Blu Rays, I'm going to start off with some fun movies and whatnot. And
I will be the judge of that.
yeah, you
Uh-huh.
will. Yeah, I might actually like some of these. Some. But starting off, we've got a movie that I know you like, which is Oculus, because we talked about this.
Oh, Oculus is awesome. Yes, it's Mike
It's a good
Flanagan.
movie.
Yes, great movie. I'm glad I finally own it, and stuff, and can, watch it over and over again. I really like it. I think Mike Flanagan and Jeff Howard, who both wrote it, are amazing together when they write.
Yeah, I
So,
like Mike Flanagan.
yeah, Mike is just he and I think he and James Wan are the guys right now doing horror. So I love them.
I'd agree with that.
So next is a Jim Carrey movie, because I'm going to be doing this season of movies and stuff. I'm going to have Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler movies, which I know John Ward hates Adam Sandler, but we'll have a lot of
passion.
and I know
I hate
Paul's
them
not a
both.
big fan, but we've got Liar Liar up here, which I
That's a good one.
yeah, I like that one a lot.
I like Jim
Very
Carrey.
funny. Yeah. And it's Jackie's favorite, like one of Jackie's favorite movies of all time. We had to watch that over and over again. So another one is so now I'm going into my A24 movies. So I'm going to be doing every month having another A24 movie. So The Witch.
Yay! I thought you were
And
never going to get that.
Good one.
so, yes, I talk about this in my, I think I talked about it in my Blu-ray haul, which in the next Blu-ray haul will be John and I actually doing the next Blu-ray haul, and stuff. So that'd be interesting to see his. But in this, I wanted, so I've been wanting to get all the A24 movies, and this is probably one of the most famous of the A24 movies
The
to begin
best.
with. And Paul thinks it's the best, so I'm definitely gonna watch it sometime. And I was thinking, Paul, if you ever want to pick it for Film Freaks at some point, feel free to pick that, because I know
Outstanding.
that's your movie.
And
I wouldn't pick it.
Joe's dying to rewatch it. She said she watched it once and loved it and would love to see
Oh,
it again.
Jolene, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta be careful. We have 2 Joes in our
We do.
our group, not Joe Turk. All right. So after that, we've got The Graduate, another movie that John Ward loves, and
Greatest movie ever made.
Oh,
so
God.
this thing
It
is
is.
gonna
It is the greatest movie ever made.
this season of movies, or whatever, this year is gonna have A24, Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler, Criterion Films, and generally one Arrow or 4K or both, like if it's a 4K Arrow. And this one is both, which is True Romance, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Another
And
good
if you
one.
can see sort of over
Good one.
there, what is
Got
it?
the
The
poster.
poster of that is up there. So, because it's one of my favorite
And
films.
Mr. Ward, you will see in my little Blu-ray haul right in a few minutes the greatest film ever made. I happen to have it on Blu-ray for this haul, so
Nice.
you will
Okay.
see the real one.
Okay. So anyway, now it's John's turn.
Okay, so these are all Dollar Tree. So the first one I have here is Ethan Hawke in Good Kill.
Ooh,
Never saw
I
that.
want that.
Yeah. But it
I don't have
looks a
that yet.
little Top Gunny on the back. So maybe that's kind of what they were aiming for. But yeah, I've never heard of it. So I'll give it a shot. I like Ethan Hawke.
I used to not like Ethan Hawke at all. I used to think he was boring as hell, but I'm coming around to him. The last few things I've seen with him have been very good.
Yeah, like he was in
Yeah,
the Northman, and he was
Hmm
he was in that Blumhouse movie or whatever, the Black Phone,
the
which
Black Phone.
I have not seen that yet, which I want to see.
He,
You
I'm
know,
a big fan of the before films. Before Sunset, before all those. I
yeah, those
love
are good.
those. So yeah, I didn't used to like him either until he started doing some of these. He seems to do a little bit of everything, which is cool.
Yeah,
He's not just like some stuck up art guy. He'll do like the Black Phone. So
yeah.
the next one, these I picked the next two I just picked up like a day or two ago. I could swear they were horror movies, but I guess not from reading the back of them when I got home. The Nearest Human Being, True Love is a Killer.
Okay,
Okay,
that's not a horror
And I
film.
that's not a
and I
horror
thought,
film.
oh, I thought, okay, maybe it's like American Psycho-ish or something. Uh, the Nearest Human Being tells the tale of a romance between wannabe actor and office worker Devin and beautiful young model Jasmine. Things start off with a fiery passion when Devin can't commit to moving in together. What the what? How is this? The passion of moving
So
together.
it's a romantic comedy. John got
I don't
duped
know.
in
This
getting a
even the
romantic
back
comedy.
looks kind of horror, but it doesn't into the dark world of drugs and unforeseen complications. It's Marco Coppola. I don't know if he's an actual Coppola.
Oh yeah, that might be one of the lesser Coppolas.
Oh, which
Yeah,
Coppola? Which Coppola?
Marco.
Oh, Marco. Yeah, I know Marco. He doesn't do he's not as big as like Sophia or Roman. But
Yeah,
he's sort of doing his own thing, so good for him.
he's a little bitty Coppola.
Yeah,
He's a
I
Coppola, you know,
guess.
they're all Coppolas.
And then the next one is Nuclear. And looking at that cover, I'm like, oh, cool. It's a movie about like, I don't know, some sort of like fallout or like there's a
Like nuclear
nuclear
war, yeah.
explosion or something like that. There's a big skull right here with fire coming out. Nope. No, it is not. Even this back says that it is. And here it is. Emma and her mother are on the run following an act of violence committed by their own brother. The two kids hide out in an isolated area near a nuclear power station. That's a horror movie, but it's not.
Wow.
So, okay. This one I do want to see. If Rotten Tomatoes means anything to you, it's fresh, but it has two actors I really like, especially John Hamm. So,
Oh yeah, I saw that at the store.
yeah.
Nearly
So
got it.
yeah, I'm a big John Hamm, so glad about that one.
I've actually heard good things about that film, and I nearly bought it, but I didn't. But I'll probably get it next haul.
Yeah, its screenplay is by Tony Gilroy, who I
Oh,
recognize.
nice.
Yeah, and I saw the trailer for it, and the trailer looked good. So
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
It's from the writer of the Bourne trilogy.
right.
Um, Tony Gilroy also has been doing like the Star Wars stuff. He did the new Star Wars show, Andor, you know? Yeah.
Should this now go into the trash?
I don't
I
think so. This has got a good reputation.
It's got a
Unlike
good
the other
Right.
reputation. I don't think it's gonna be very woke, you know.
Well, and here is a film that insists that its lead actor is hilarious, and that would be Owen Wilson in Drill Bit Taylor Extended Survival Edition.
Can't stand Owen Wilson.
I like Owen Wilson. I don't know.
Well, it has more laughs and more fun.
He is the
I
same
wanna own that though.
freaking
If I want
character.
to find that because
He's the same character in every film he's in.
I
He's
think it's
just
produced
Owen
by Judd
Wilson.
Apatow, if I'm correct.
It's written by Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Yeah, produced by Judd Apatow. Yeah.
So I want to own all the Judd Apatow produced films.
Yeah, it's got
that's
a lot
my
of the
plan.
regular people. Yeah, it's got Leslie Mann. There's Danny McBride. So I remember
Uh,
watching it. It was okay, but I have to agree with Paul that he does kind of the same thing in every
yeah, I
movie.
mean, he's a movie star in a way, you know. I did like him in Loki, you know. So I don't know.
I would not know that.
Oh,
I
you
would
didn't
not know.
watch it?
I know. I have no plans on watching it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
I
I thought you were gonna watch it
no.
for
Same
I
the
here.
only
thing.
I only watched the Marvel stuff for our comic
And
book
that's what I'm
video.
saying. I thought you watched it for that, but no, I
None of the
guess not.
TV shows. No,
No,
I didn't
no,
watch
no.
any of
Okay.
those. Yeah. Okay, then that's my
Okay.
five.
So it's
All
Paul's
right.
time to show us the best movie of all
So,
time.
well, this month I actually got a lot of decent Blu-rays, so I managed to push most of the crap behind.
Nice.
Even some of the stinkers are actually pretty good. But we will start off with finally getting the 2-disc Blu-ray version of Suspiria, and then we're
Ooh,
talking
that's a good one.
Dario Argento, not the crappy new one.
I've heard the new one's actually not that bad, but it's not nearly
I've
as
heard
good
it's
as
pretty
the.
good, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as good as the original, but like that's hard to, it's hard to do
Yeah,
anyway. Top.
you should have even tried. Is
Well,
my
no, I
feeling.
mean that's the point of doing remakes. You do remakes of great movies. You don't generally do remakes of bad movies.
You
I
should
mean,
do remakes of bad movies to
you
make them
should.
better,
Yeah,
hopefully.
you should
Right,
do
you
remakes of
should.
bad
I'm
movies
just
because
saying you
you're making
don't
them
typically.
better.
That typically does not happen. You know.
Right.
Well,
So,
The
anyway,
only good thing about doing these remakes, and I mentioned this to Jonathan, is that it makes people watch the original. Like maybe if they didn't know that there was an original Suspiria, they might watch it because of the
right.
remake.
the next one is a movie that I really liked. It kind of came out of nowhere for me, and I'm thinking about maybe doing this for Forgotten Horror Classics. I just don't know if I'm the only, because I'm not plugged in to the world, so for all I know, everybody knows about this film. But it was great. You Were Never Really Here. Probably the best Joaquin Phoenix performance I've ever seen.
I've heard it's good.
Um,
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's
oh
good.
my God, it is so good. It's really good.
Did
And
you say you wanted to do it for Forgotten Horror Classics?
I was thinking about it.
Is it
Lynn Ramsey
forgotten?
is the director. Well, kind of flew under the radar. I mean, I kind of do that with some of these movies too. Movies
Oh,
that just
okay.
kind of happened and I didn't hear dick about it. A lot of people didn't hear back. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's heard about this one or not. It's freaking really good.
Okay.
So, and speaking of flying under the radar, this is one that I've been waiting to get, and the fact that they actually put 2 of them on here makes it even better. And it happened to be during the AGFA sale. I got Fuck the Devil and Fuck the Devil 2
Nice.
together on Blu-ray.
No idea.
Never heard of those.
Oh,
There's your forgotten film. No idea.
wackadoodle weird indie horror films. Trust me.
Yeah, maybe that could be on Forgotten Horror Classics because I've never heard of
Michael
those.
Polk Lesnar. Then I know you guys are going to know this one. Blu-ray Grizzly.
Love Grizzly. That's Sevron. Yep.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh,
It is exactly Jaws, but with a grizzly bear. I mean, it's literally like they took the script for Jaws and said, "We'll put it in the mountains with a grizzly bear," and it does have Christopher George, so you can't go wrong with that.
So funny. 18 feet of gut-crunching, man-eating terror, remastered with an all-new special feature.
I was the as a new special feature. Okay, cool.
And then finally, the greatest film ever made on Blu-ray.
Puppet Shark.
Puppet Shark.
Nope. I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. Nope.
Brett Kelly and puppets. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Is that Brett Kelly or Mark Polonia? I thought it was Polonia.
It's Brett Kelly. It's him and his
Oh,
kids.
Really?
It's him and his
okay.
kids. It was something he kind of did the Robert Rodriguez thing, where he let the kids write it and and basically make it, and he just kind of made sure it got
terror
finished.
is felt, Mr. Ward. Terror is felt.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. The only film that might be greater than The Graduate is Citizen Kane. So that's about it.
All right. So was that it for your 5?
That's it for my 5.
So moving on to the first 10. First 10, I think. Okay, yep. So first 10. First up is I believe this was David Sterling produced. Yeah. So David Sterling produced horror flick that I got on eBay. It's Pirates Ghost Island. Pirates of Ghost
Oh, okay.
Island.
I do
And
not
then,
own that one.
yeah,
Or the
I want to own
sequel could
all
be
the
the Ghosts
pirate
of Pirate
low.
Island.
What?
So the sequel could be Ghosts of Pirate Island.
I think there is. I think that's why I got that, honestly.
Nice.
That might even be in my
He's done a couple, yeah, pirate films. Yeah.
I
And then
think
they could do Island of Pirate Ghosts.
that's somewhere, I think. I think I might have done that in the last haul. Ghost, that's why I got that, because it sounded similar to the other one. So these two DVDs are double features, and let me explain. So I think one of them was John had done it last year, exactly in January, and had gotten
Wow.
it. And I
Serendipity.
looked it up and I was like, I want that movie. Like just recently I looked it up. I was like, I want that movie. So I got it, which is Firehead and Space
Oh,
Moon.
yeah. Same
And
director on both of those. I think that's why they're
nice.
put together. But yeah, I
Firehead
was
looks
very
good.
happy with that. Yeah.
And then there's Prey for the Jaguar, a Prey of the Jaguar, and Conspiracy of Fear. And
No idea.
they're in the same double feature kind of disc. Echo Bridge, I guess. Prey of the Jaguars, David Dakota, and Conspiracy of Fear is John Ayers with Leslie Hope and Andrew Lowry.
Prey of
Christopher
the Jaguar
Plummer.
is no Puma Man.
Christopher Plummer's in it as well as Wake Man. So I don't know if that's his name or not. All right. Next two are a group of shark movies. Of course, you got to get your shark movies on since we're doing Shark Attack Sunday this year. And so I got a Mega Shark 5 or 8
That's a
movie
good one.
collection.
That's a good collection.
That's got Toxic Shark, Shark in Venice, Malibu Shark Attack, which I already own, Sharkman, which I already own, Shark Attack 1, 2, and 3, Megalodon, and Shark Zone. So classics. And then next is Shark Bait, 6 killer shark films,
That's another good one.
which has Ghost Shark, Mississippi River Sharks, Ozark Sharks, Santa Jaws, my favorite.
Yay.
Now, I kind of argue about that though a lot because I'm like, they could have done so much more with that idea. Swamp Shark, Zombie Shark, and Extra Bite, which is Alligator Alley, which was not in Shark movie.
The director of Santa Shark, I was watching it because I was trying to do the whole week, like watch one movie a week, which I failed at because when you work 40 hours a week, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
And but I was watching it and I put it up on Facebook, watching Santa Shark, and the director did that in a comment. Thanks for watching my movie. I hope you enjoy it.
Did you know you were
Nice.
friends with the director, or were you not friends with the director?
I might have already been friends with the director.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, which is probably why they saw it. But I believe it's a woman. So I
nice.
blanked on her name though.
So the next 5 movies are all American movies, American something or other. So, and I got these all because Red Letter Media had a video where they showed off their collection of DVDs and stuff, and they were listing a bunch of these American movies on their thing, and I was like, I need those. So I went on eBay and found a bunch of them for pretty cheap each. And so one is America Chinatown.
Don't know it.
American Chinatown, starring Henry Lee, Robert Zadar. I mean, can't go wrong with that. And well, you can, but
Man, Robert Zadar's popping up in a lot of our stuff lately. I like it.
He sure is. And Leah Goodson, and it was directed by Richard Park. So there you go. Then next is American Kickboxer 1, which I just
Oh
watched for the
God.
first time, and
They
oh
were
man.
so confident that it was going to be huge that they had to put the one on it because they knew
I
that
mean, they
they'd
did
be a
make it
part two.
two. So at
Of
least,
Did
course they
they?
did.
yeah,
So
there's
many
American
unanswered
Kickboxer
questions
2.
from the first film, you
But
know.
and doesn't the second one, it doesn't look like he's even connected to the first one. Plus, the first movie is so generic and so boring that I'm just
Yep.
why? Like, there's so many cool ideas they could do with American
It's one of
Kickboxer.
those things somebody came up with the title and then they had to build the movie around it.
Probably that's a good idea. That's a good thought. Next is American Ninja, which oh shit,
Oh yeah, okay.
it's
Which
coming
is
apart.
always awesome.
Well, that's great. It's coming apart. I'm gonna have to get another DVD
DVD
case,
or a box or
like
something.
box, not
Yeah.
DVD, hopefully. But
Starring the Dudnikov, as we used to call him.
Yep.
the
The
Dudikoff.
The Dudnikov.
He's so American Ninja, kind of classic canon, I believe, right? Yep,
Mhm.
canon. Also, who did American Kickboxer 1 as well.
And he did not know any kung fu. He had to be trained to do that.
Oh,
He knew
nice.
nothing.
That's their next one, American Kung Fu, which makes no sense because American and Kung Fu shouldn't be the same thing, but why not? They haven't done that yet.
American
I'm trademarking
jiu-jitsu.
that. That's the thing. I'm
What
doing
about Amityville Kung Fu? They haven't done that. They haven't mashed up a kung fu movie with an
I
Amityville
thought of
movie.
Amityville Ninja, and I want that, eventually to happen. Like a ninja gets possessed by the spirit of the house, and there goes on a killing spree. But it's even worse because he's a ninja and he knows how to hide and knows how to do all that shit. So good. All right.
Okay.
Next is American Samurai, starring
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
Dacascos. Well, he's in it, but he's not it's apparently introducing him. So this was his first movie.
So Dudikoff was on vacation, so they got the other guy.
They had to get David Bradley, I guess is his name. I don't know.
They
I'm gonna
eventually
eventually
team
watch
up.
it. I'm gonna be watching all of these kind of silly movies soon. All right, and then last but not least in my first 10 is American Street Fighter, starring Gary Daniels.
Wow, is that like a thin box?
Yeah, actually, I think it's a cover. It's literally just the cover.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm just like, these people are just. I mean, it was cheap. Cheap.
That's the problem.
Cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the disc. Disc is fine, so whatever.
Oh, hi, Mock.
Okay. Anyway, now it is your turn, Mr. Ward.
Okay. So the first two I've made 3 videos for reviews after midnight, which I will be giving Moody each month. The first 2 here, these are all Dollar Tree, and the first 2 are the first 2 videos I'm going to send him. And so I thought I would do some early plugging, since I don't think I've ever mentioned these in a video. If I have, then it's plugging for those videos. But I loved both of these movies and hated the third, which we'll get to in my next part. This, I would love to see a sequel or a series to. The Blackout Invasion Earth.
Nice.
Oh, I have that. I haven't seen it yet.
It is good. It's British. It's got a big budget on it. It is really good. And it ends with a sequel. So it's like, fuck, where's the sequel to this? And I looked it up and it just never happened, but people wanted it. So it's actually a really good sci-fi movie. I really liked it. So, so you're going to be able to hear me talk more about this one next month. So
it's amazing what you can find at the dollar store sometimes.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be cheesy, which is why I watched it to review it. I'm like, oh crap, this is actually pretty good. The next one it does, yeah. The next one I also really enjoyed and highly recommend it, and that is Trench 11.
Ooh, that looks good.
This is an awesome, like, World War II underground. It's got like these little kind of like worm things coming out of his eyes. So it's basically, Nazis trying to make a creature to win the war.
Nazi zombies?
No, they're really zombies. They are, but they aren't. They're controlled by these like worm things.
Okay.
But well directed, good budget, I would guess. More or less takes place all underground. I really liked it. So this is also the videos that I'll be sending Jonathan. And now we get into just random stuff from Dollar Tree. This one I got for the cast, A Perfect Plan.
I've heard of that. I think I might have gotten that at some point.
Yeah, I think Williams Forsythe, so I got it for him.
Mm-hmm.
But this cover looks like it's been sitting in somebody's window.
Yeah, it's pretty whited out, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you compare it to, like, look at now, it looks fine.
Right.
So why does this look so?
Maybe
faded?
it was. Maybe it was like faded. The sun faded from like
I don't know.
too much light on it.
But that's that one. And now we got another John Hamm film called Marjorie Prime. I think it's sci-fi.
Yeah, I think I have that as well. I haven't seen it.
You don't know the director, but it also has Gina Davis and Tim Robbins.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I grabbed it.
So yeah, compares it to Her, the Spike Jonze movie. So thought that could be kind of cool. Got an astronaut one with a Luke Wilson in it. Not Owen Wilson, but Luke Wilson is in this one. And Mark Strong, Approaching the Unknown.
Okay.
So yeah, don't it's Paramount. Mark Strong you would recognize. It's this guy back here.
He was in what if I'm correct, he was in Buffy.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was in I think he played one of the bad guys in Buffy.
He normally plays bad guys.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of another guy. I'm thinking Mark Metcalf.
I don't know that.
I don't know.
But it says it's the best science fiction film since Gravity.
Okay. That Gravity?
Since Gravity.
Was Gravity a good sci-fi film?
I thought it was okay. It wasn't great.
It's the Sandra Bullock gets lost in space thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then we have Beast of Burden with Daniel Radcliffe. So figured that, and once again, I thought, okay, it's probably a horror movie because of his Two Faces type of thing here. And no, it's a war film, and he's in a helicopter.
Well, it's got to be something weird because he's been doing a lot of weird movies.
It's all the skies over the border of the United States and Mexico can be as dangerous as the desert below. Sean isn't a drug mule; he's a DEA informant. Why are they doing these covers that look like horror movies?
Because horror movies sell.
I guess so. The next one is British. It's the BBC. It's in like a post-apocalyptic, The Outcast. It was a TV show. So always like that.
Oh, it's a BBC. Okay. They put those out a lot in the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I pick them up from time to time, especially if it's end of the world stuff. So
I like those, and I like the Vikings and the other shit that they put out, like that stuff.
Yeah, I've grabbed some of the stuff. Yeah, they're putting out more and more Doctor Who, which is nice. So
that's good for all the Doctor Who fanatics.
And BBC is always popular.
Yeah. This one I found the week of Christmas, and I really wanted to watch it, but I just never got around to it. It's Christmas Tales Volume 1, 3 hours of like vintage Christmas cartoons. And I thought that could be cool. Featuring the Snow Queen, Silent Night, Holy Night, Santa's Pocket Watch, Santa and the Three Bears, and the Little Christmas Burrow. So,
Little Christmas Burrow.
I at first thought it said the Little Christmas Burrito.
Now there's a different kind of. Yeah. I wonder if the Mexican restaurants are open on
I ate that for $1.
You know, on Christmas.
So yeah, maybe next Christmas. So because I want to see these since they're all the vintage ones. These are the ones that are always like a little racist and they're a little, you know.
Do you do that? Do you wait till Christmas to watch Christmas stuff or whatever? Or
not necessarily, but it's fun to do it more in December.
That might be a fun thing to do. If we were looking for content, we could do a Christmas in July and just do one thing where we watch a weird Christmas movie. And
we kind of did that, but then we released it during Christmas. So it was you know, if we had to do that, we would have to release it in July, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's a double feature. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. The first film on here, my mother could not drop me off at the theater fast enough when I was a kid. I think I saw this like 5 times in the theater. And she's like, "Do you really want to see the same movie?" "Oh, yeah, go ahead. I get the free day. Go ahead." And it is the Peanuts 2 movie collection of Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, which I loved as a kid, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back.
Yeah,
What
those
a
are
bunch of
classics.
dicks.
Those are classics, but like I don't remember
Yeah.
them. So they were in the theaters back then?
This one was.
Yeah,
No.
This was a big deal for kids. Yeah.
Which sucks that they don't really do that anymore. They need to bring back Charlie Brown, for the kids.
Yeah, Race for 1977. So I was 10 when this came out.
Oh.
And then this was 1980.
So
You were
that's the
10
thing.
in 1977?
Yeah, I was born in 67.
Oh, okay. I was 11.
So you're only a
There you
year
go.
older, Paul.
Yeah.
There you
And so
go.
much wiser.
Especially when it
I'm
comes
the
to Puppet
youngin'
Shark.
always of the group because usually we have all of you guys. We even have Alfred or Joe Turek and Tom Conkle, and all of us. You guys are all older than me. I'm like the youngest.
You're
of
our
the group.
token millennium.
I know.
Millennial.
Well, that's why you're the guy that likes all the Nickelodeon stuff and all that we have no idea what it is.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, because you
That was
guys
like the
never didn't grow up
90s.
on Nickelodeon. I grew
No.
up on Nickelodeon and TGIF.
And now my last one, I figured it would not be a haul without this. And it's not, I'm sorry, this is not Dollar Tree, but it kind of starts off the next stack. But it seems like I'm doing one per video, and that is Amityville Gas Chamber.
Nice.
I've never even heard of that one.
And it says, "For God's sakes, open a window."
Ha!
So this is the guy who made this goes, "I'm going to make an Amityville film. It's going to be 90 minutes of me sitting in front of a fireplace, reading the Amityville Horror, and from time to time farting."
Nice.
And that's exactly what the movie is.
That's perfect. That is so outstanding.
But it has one of the
That's
best
Paul's
covers.
kind of thing,
And it has audio commentary.
I wish I had that and just made Moody sat down and watch
nope.
it for Indie Film
Nope.
Cafe.
Now I know, and I'm like, nope. I'll be like Jen. Nope.
Yeah, Michael Stone. So
did you know, John Ward, that there's a movie that a guy put out in England called Paint Dry, and it's 2.5 hours or 3 hours of nothing but watching paint dry, or 9 hours, something like that. Because
are you sure it wasn't Andy Warhol?
No. The reason he did it is because he was pissed that all the movies have to get looked at by the censors. And he's like, "Fuck you! I'm going to make you so bored that you're going to never want to do this again." And so that's what he did.
Well, I thought I mentioned this to Moody, and he goes, "Why would you want to do that?" But I said, maybe I should reach out to the director and make Amityville Gas Chamber 2, where I'm sitting in a chair reading the Amityville Horror 2.
Nice.
For 90 minutes.
Wow.
Just for shits and giggles. So
well, you could do that on your own, like, or whatever, just not call it gas chamber, and you could, like, you could call it something else and do it. Like, he doesn't have a hold on, like a copyright.
Amityville Fart Apocalypse.
It's to continue the joke, and then if somebody else wanted to do it, then they would do part 3 or something.
I don't know. Was there a book for part 2 and 3?
There's the Amityville Horror 2, and then there's Amityville Horror, the final chapter, which is part 3, and then it goes back to the DeFeo murders. So, but
I didn't even know there were
so,
books about it. I know there was a movie.
Oh my God, there's an endless.
Oh
amount
yeah,
of books.
the first one was what started it all off. Yeah.
All right,
so there
Paul,
you go.
your
That's
first
my
10.
Okay, so the first group is all going to be cheap, crappy Dollar Tree stuff.
Okay.
And we are starting off with a movie called, it's starring Natalie Krill. We Had It Coming.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think John had this on his last haul or something.
That was one of those where I thought it was a horror movie. Then you read the back, and it's not.
Because it looks like a giant spider killing somebody or something.
It is an SP releasing, so that's exciting.
I thought it was like a revenge movie.
Our girl's not in it.
I'm gonna start calling SP releasing shit piss releasing. Yeah. Okay. I love those guys, but they put out crap. on purpose, you know.
Well, the next one is from the writer of Bubba Hotep, which I always loved, and it's called The Pale Door.
I've
Okay,
heard of
yep,
it.
got that
It's
one.
like, isn't it
Yeah,
a
want
Western
to
or
see that.
something?
Like
Yeah.
it's like a horror western.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be interesting. Next is a movie that I actually bought twice, so somebody's going to be getting the beneficiary of this, and it's called Bab: Annihilation
Got that one.
Looms.
Yep. Looks science
Yes.
fiction-y, which I think it is.
Yep, and it is also on SP releasing. So there
There
you
you
go.
go. Continue the
Let's-
thread of Dollar Tree SP releasing films.
This next one is actually was a Big Lots one, and it snuck its way in there. And the only reason I got it is because I heard of this when it came out, and it was back when like everybody was going nuts over the crystal skulls. Oh my God, they found crystal skulls, and it means the world's going to blow up, and it's crystal skulls.
Oh,
I watched
wasn't
about
that an
20
Indiana
minutes
Jones?
of that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's the fourth Indiana Jones movie. But yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I think I was going to do it for reviews after midnight, and I got through about 20 minutes of it. Got tired, not because of the movie, but it was late, and then just never went back to it.
Oh, this looks bad. This looks stupid. So, the next one looks like I think it might be an Asian film called Haphazard.
Yep.
You know, so Selena Lowe is the lead. Ron Smoothberg. I don't know who that is.
Smoothberg?
Yeah, but it's
Nice.
chick with a sword chopping and kicking people all over the place. So you
Sweet.
gotta like that.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
The next one is a Shudder original, and I think this is Australian, and it's called The Marshes.
Yes.
The
Got that one. Yep.
Marshes.
Yeah. Roger Scott, written and directed.
Cool.
Next is from the filmmakers of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but it doesn't look like it's going to be as good as any of that. It's called Mortal Engines.
I heard of it, yeah.
Bombed. It's
Like-
it's based off the Young Reader novels, and the effects look great.
Like
Mm.
Peter Jackson produced it or something, right?
Yeah.
He-
Yeah, it was supposed to be like
Directed
the
it.
next big thing, and it was not.
Yeah, so they didn't make, because it's based on a book or something, you know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
They're Young Reader novels. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like a Blu-ray of that, even though because I think it still looks good, you know, and stuff. So I
But if you
would,
look at the trailer, it's moving cities. They're like on wheels.
yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
remember
It looks.
I mean, if
really,
I find
visually-
a Blu-ray of that, that's cool, you know. But aside from that, I don't think I buy it on DVD for $1, you know. Just
Well, this next one is described as The Sopranos meets Night of the Living Dead. And
Nice.
it's called Lynch Mob.
Nope, don't know that one.
don't know that one, but
Yep.
if I see that, I'm definitely picking that up.
So that could be fun. Next one has my heart. Maisie Williams in The Owners.
No, don't know that one either. Yeah.
Oh,
Maisie.
you like Maisie?
Yeah, she's so cute. Looks like she's running around with an axe ready to chop the shit out of someone.
She's cute, but she's I don't know. I loved her in Game of Thrones. After that, she hasn't really done enough that I'm like, you know, you're much more than that. So I don't know.
This could be the one. You never know.
Never know. I did like her. I did like her. She did an X-Men one. You know, there's an X-Men movie.
Oh,
But it was
okay.
like not X-Men.
Yeah, she did New Mutants.
New Mutants.
New
you know,
Mutants.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it was pretty-
Okay. And the last one in this first group of 10 is a bonus one. It is Echo Bridge. And the first one of it is called Double Echo.
Huh.
Yep.
And it
Double
also
Echo.
comes, yep, and it also comes with
Echo.
all Things to All Men and Heist.
Cool.
So triple feature.
Nice.
And I love doing bonus movies. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
I love when they put that stuff out.
Yeah, especially like, you know, if there's just not just one movie there, you get 2 other extra ones.
Especially
Because
if they're garbage.
well, yeah, and Paul, you remember you bought El Chupacabra, you know, or whatever, thinking
Absolutely.
because you thought that'll be good for Indie Film Cafe, and then you found Blood Predator, which was, one of our favorite movies of season
Brokeback.
2. Yeah, so terrible,
I
but
love that movie.
you never know what you're gonna find in these
Never
things.
know. That's why I
All right,
do this thing with Dollar Tree, because it's going to be something funny.
it's $1.25 and it's shit. All right,
Yay.
generally. Sometimes you get luck out. Um, so that was your 10? First 10?
Oh.
All right. So my next, I'm just gonna put these right here. All right. So first off, I got a couple cop movies. You know, one stars Joe Pesci, but I don't know if it's a cop movie, it's a mob movie, but it has
Get better.
sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the fuck just happened. It just kicked me off.
Yeah, you froze, and then yeah,
Okay.
just
You didn't pay enough respect to Joe Pesci, damn it.
that's right. The
Oh, is that where
Pesci.
that was at when it froze on me?
What you
Okay.
said in the Joe Pesci movie is
Okay. All right.
And that was
Well, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. It hasn't happened in forever, so I'm like sad that this is starting to happen again. So the Joe Pesci movie is a sort of a more of a mob movie or whatever, and it's a double feature with a cop movie, but it's The Enforcer with Joe Pesci as I guess a mob guy and Hollywood Cop, you know. So
those are like the 80s movies. Guaranteed he's like in it for like 5 minutes because he's probably
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
I bet
Oh.
those are like old school 80s. Yeah.
Oh, for real? You think so?
Yeah, I'm positive. Hollywood
no,
Cop
no,
is
no. It says this obscure gem revolves around Joe Pesci's mob character, who's a hothead that starts a war with the mob, with another mob.
well, fine. Is there a date?
It's got to be before. No, they don't even give me a date on it.
Yeah, because remember the guy's retired.
I think it was
He only-
70s. It looks 70s. It looks like it almost looks black and white and shit. So anyway, next is another cop movie called Omega Cop, starring Ron Marchini and Adam West.
Surprisingly,
That looks awful.
that is a post-apocalyptic movie.
Is it for real?
That looks awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
Apparently, the apocalypse is going to happen.
There's a big giant explosion on the cover, and it's got Adam West, so you know it's going to be terrible.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of giant explosion in the thing, my next one is Fatal Justice. Hot chick, with the big explosion in the background.
I like how
we're
the
definitely
bullets
checking out
cross
her
over
big
boobs.
explosions.
Yeah. The bullets are all over her boobs, and
yeah. She has no shirt on or anything. Just she has bullets rubbing up against her nipples.
It's part of Fred Olin Ray's Night Owl theater thing. So I don't think. Oh, and Joe Estevez is in it.
Yeah,
we can't get away from Robert Zadar or Joe Estevez in our movies.
Joe Estevez is the best, man.
So unfortunately, since a couple of them are now dead, that would have been great if we had a Adam West, Joe Estevez, Robert Zadar movie.
Yeah, that would have been. Maybe there was one. I have to look that up. I wouldn't
if
be
we can
surprised.
fit Conrad Brooks in there too, it'd be perfect.
And Conrad Brooks, yeah.
I know Conrad Brooks, Joe Estevez, and Robert Zadar are all in Zombiegeddon. I don't think Adam West is in that though, but all of them, so.
But then
so
it could
another
have been hard to tell.
Fire in the background kind of thing is Firestorm, starring Howie Long.
That's actually not bad. It was originally
Glenn,
3D.
William Forsythe, so
that was when they were trying to make Howie Long into an action hero. I remember.
Yeah, it's not a bad film. I saw it in the theater, and so if you watch it, you're going to see a lot of axes going straight into the screen because, like I said, it was 3D.
Oh, cool. All right. Next is a Dolph Lundgren movie because I can't get enough of those. Is Silent Trigger.
Nice.
I've never even heard of this, but thought okay, I'll definitely check this out. I think it was on. I think that and Firestorm were on the Red Letter Media thing. So next, a bunch of these are from eBay, and these were ones I want to do on eBay. I got a bunch of movies I've been wanting to get, and I think I own this, but I wanted to get it again because I haven't found it, in a while. So it's somewhere in my collection, but now I'll know where it is. We're just Chuck and Buck. The
Mike
first
White.
movie Mike White ever wrote and directed, or no, wrote and produced, like kind of thing. So that was like one of his bigger things that got him
It was his first
out
thing.
there. Yeah. Then a
Yeah.
movie called Pursuit of Happiness. And this is not the Will Smith one. This
No
is
idea.
Frank Whaley, Annabeth Gish, and Amy Jo Johnson movie. It's a
Oh,
comedy.
okay.
Now I see why you bought it for Amy
Pink
Jo Johnson.
Ranger.
I got it for Frank Whaley, actually.
Get
I
out
like
of
Frank
here.
Whaley.
I
So
question you, sir. I question you.
you don't like him?
I do, but I mean, Pink Ranger. Come
I
on.
mean, no. I mean, she's a big bonus for having it. Next is a movie that I used
Oh, got
to
a really
watch
big bonus
all
for
the
her.
time because I used to have this recorded. I used to watch it all the time, and Justin Hubbard and I are doing it for a Hollywood Knockbusters at some point. It's a movie called Trojan War.
I think I saw that when it originally
It's
came out.
literally about Will Friedle wanting to gets a chance to have sex with Marley Shelton, so he has to go run to the store to get condoms, and then crazy shenanigans happens to stop him from coming back to get with Marley Shelton again.
That
Jennifer
does
Love
not.
Hewitt.
Nope.
What?
That's not what the cover says.
What does it say?
The cover says guy wants girl in background but can't have her, so he then goes to his best friend who's also hot to try to get her, and then in the end falls in love with best friend.
Right.
That's
Sort of similar to what, sort of what happens, because yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt is his best friend and they do fall in love. But, and he can't really have her, but he's trying to have her. Anthony Michael Hall has a great cameo as a bus driver.
Oh, okay.
So,
There we go.
I have a Midnight Horror collection. I think you guys all probably have this at some point, but it's got The Vampire Conspiracy,
That's
Fist
a good
of the
one.
Vampire, Curse of the Wolf, and Bachelor Party of the Bungalow of the Damned.
The
Starring
Bachelor
Monique
Party
Green.
one is good. But look who directed the other films on there.
Yeah, the guy from the reason I got it was from Red Letter Media, the Lynn, right?
Yeah.
Lynn K. I don't know how to say his last name. Lynn Kabizzinski.
Kinski, yeah, however you say it. But the Bungalow one is good. I watched that one.
And then last but not least, I'm every one I'm going to be doing on this one will have one from Indigit. That's a company that used to make independent films, independent digital entertainment, and they have like 18 movies or something. So I'm planning to get all of them. I've got most of them. I think I only need one more in my collection, but each month we'll be showing a brand new one off, and the first one I got is Pieces of April.
Oh yeah.
This is
It's a
always
good
at the
film.
Dollar Tree, but I got it on
Yeah.
eBay because I couldn't find it at the Dollar Tree until like later. So
That's pre-Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise messed
Katie
up
Holmes.
Katie Holmes. So yeah, it was I remember this movie. It's cute.
And
I have a huge crush
Katie
on
Holmes.
I have a huge crush on Katie Holmes, so I can't, I used to have her picture like up on my walls and stuff or whatever. It was a nice, sweet picture. It wasn't like
You're not
scantily
short enough
clad or
for her.
anything. Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually,
Eventually that picture
well,
got ruined.
the gift, the gift was a gift to everybody, to the world. So anyway, John, your turn.
All right, so this is something that Moody and I may want to look at for our Conjuring thing, and I got to stop buying used movies that say like from a library, because they never show the correct box, and some of them do say charity, like goes to charity or something. So it's like, okay, well, I'll do it. But this is Mara, and it's from the producer of Paranormal Activity and Insidious. So Insidious, and then we thought of maybe doing Paranormal Activity, but it's called Mara, and I watched the trailer and it looked kind of cool. So I picked it up. I don't see.
There's something wrong with the box?
Well, Cleveland Public Library, and it's embedded.
So
Cleveland Public Library. they took the spine. It's like a black spine. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. It says M.
Yeah,
Well, it
for
does say
modern.
Lionsgate down here.
Mature.
Oh no, there it is. It's very light. Cleveland Public Library, and then there's the barcode to scan it, and then of course it's got the sticker.
So you don't steal it.
Yeah, so this actually was worse. This is a replacement box. It had stickers all over the friggin'. And I'm like, I can't. And it had a box that had like a lock on it. So it's like, but I'm so tired of this. You know, one I can see, but now I got 3 of them that are like this. So I don't know. I'll watch it and let you know how it is, Jonathan. Maybe we can include in the staff or
Well,
something.
how does it look, by the way? Like,
the trailer looked good. The trailer.
So you haven't seen or does the back of the disc look good?
Oh, you mean the disc? Yeah, looks fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
that's all that really matters. I mean, I don't. It's nice to have a good cover, but I care about the movie, or whatever.
I just got to stop it. Now this next one is, I think it's the 3rd video I'll be sending you for reviews after midnight. I hated this movie. Preview of what my review will be. And I bought it because it's Ghost of Chernobyl. And, I love Chernobyl. I've watched a ton of documentaries. I watched the miniseries. I own the diaries. I own all that stuff. And I love this abandoned.
I remember that when it came out.
It's found footage, with many of the found footage shit not making sense at all. The story is awful. There's like maybe a ghost. And it is literally, which is right there. And
one radioactive ghost.
And it might have been the same place where they did shoot the Chernobyl diaries, because it's got like the Ferris wheel in it and all that type of stuff. So it might be that same area. This is one of the worst things I've ever watched, and I probably would have turned it off if I wasn't reviewing it.
Amityville, Chernobyl. Nobody's done a nuclear thing at Amityville.
So the cloud goes up, comes over Amityville, and settles on the house. There you go.
There you go.
So so that's a preview, and it says it's not a wrong turn, it's a road to death.
Okay.
But it is awful. So, and to get more of my review, watch Reviews After Midnight. I told Jonathan this. I am a big fan now of this director, of William Brent Bell.
Yes.
So I ordered The Boy, Brahms The Boy 2, which will be on a different video.
Oh, yeah.
But I also ordered, because he did Orphan First Kill, which I loved. I actually liked it better than the first one. So I ordered some of his older stuff. So we got We're, I don't know.
It's Where.
Yeah.
Where
I have
like
that.
Werewolf.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's like a werewolf movie.
Haven't seen it yet.
And I also ordered The Devil Inside.
I'm surprised they did WER, not WERE. Yeah,
I don't know. So I got that from him. All right, so here's the other one of this is the 3rd one that I got from a library. He also did a movie called Separation, and I picked that one up too, from the Douglas County Libraries in Colorado.
Did you get these off of eBay or what?
Yeah.
And
it's got all the stuff on the side. It's got the thing on the back. So I got to stop. I got to look at what these are. But I really like him. I think he's very underappreciated. And of course, somebody's got to take a black pen to knock all that out,
Of course.
So, because it's there and there. But I really like his stuff. It has look like it's is that, no, maybe it isn't, because it's not showing his name. It looks like Brian Cox. But
Brian Cox is cool.
Oh, it is Brian Cox.
Awesome.
Yeah, Brian Cox is in it. Yeah, that's him on the back. That's right there.
Nice.
So looking forward to these. And then I found this website, and I'm sorry, Paul, I should have sent it to you, but it wasn't sales. But they had some really cheap movies, and I did send it to Jonathan, and I picked up like 4 of them. I don't know if these are bootlegs or not, but because I haven't watched any of them, but they're all from SGL Entertainment.
Well, I've heard of
Never
them.
heard of them.
Yeah, and so the first one I got, and they were really cheap. They were only like $7. So I got Alice, Sweet Alice.
Oh yeah,
nice.
classic.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that for the first time like last year or the year before or whatever.
Attack of the Mushroom People. One of my favorite things about Attack of the Mushroom People is counting how many times somebody says, "Hey, hey, 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 hey,
Hey.
Sorry, we're
Suggesting-
back. What did we miss?
Well, Mushroom People.
Fun guy.
Was that
Mushroom
the
People?
last one after
After Alice, Sweet Alice, I did
yes,
Mushroom People.
okay.
Okay. And I got this because of The Last of Us. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. And then I also picked up Squirm from them with
Oh yeah.
the worms.
Nice.
See, I just don't know because
Mhm.
these look legit, but I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it almost
those are
looks like-
definitely yeah.
Kanaki or something. So
Yeah, no,
but
they're definitely knockoffs. But that's fine.
well, and this one, yeah, I was very curious about.
Send me that link.
Okay. And then Insimunoid is the last one I got from them,
Nice.
which is also known as Horror Planet.
Classic.
Yeah, I've got Horror Planet version.
Yeah,
Right.
I prefer Horror Planet to Insimunoid, but yeah, I remember really liking it. I saw it in the theater. But
Saw it in the theater too.
yeah, I just don't know. Now, you guys inspired me in our last one. Paul gave Jonathan that 10 of the Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi movies.
Mhm.
So I went to see if I could find it, and I found it, but instead I found this one.
Nice. It's just Bela
So-
Lugosi, right?
No, it's Boris and Bella.
Oh, cool.
So it's over 17 hours on 4 DVDs, Heroes of Horrors collection starring Bela Lugosi, and it's digitally remastered interactive menu and scene selector. So disc 1 is White Zombie, Valerie at Midnight,
Nice.
Invisible Ghost, Spooks Run Wild, and then The Devil Bat, The Corpse Vanishes, The Ape Man, Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla. And then so those are all Bella films. And then disc 3 is Boris. So Snake People, Island Monster, and The Terror. It's got to put Terror in there. And then disc 4 are the complete series Veil episode.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So-
it's all public domain
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I just wish they would have maybe put Bella on 2 and Boris on 2. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
But
Man,
Maybe you can
it's
release
funny
your
because
own.
last night I was going through all the DeVillas and just chuckling at all the stuff at the beginning and the end. I would love to go back and do more DeVillas with public domain
Oh.
movies.
Well, we'll hopefully be planning to do it with a whole new actress, at some point, because that's the point of Davila. She can be anybody, because there's no, they're just whoever is the person.
She could be you.
She could, but I don't think I'd want to do that. I'd have more fun seeing you as Davila.
Oh,
Paul.
I'd do it. I would do
I
it.
know you would.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
We have a
I
we
don't
have a
know what a
character
Davila
that's
is.
very much a vampira type, character
Horror
that
host.
horror hostess who it's named Davila, and which was actually a name that Ed Wood came up with years ago, but
She
never
just doesn't
did.
know anything about the movies and she hates them.
Yeah. She hates being there. She's there because she's court ordered to be there. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
the
It's so
joke.
funny.
That's the joke, is that she'd rather talk about other stuff than the movies that they're supposed to be,
Like moose porn.
introducing. All right. Was that it for your?
No, I have
Okay.
one left. So this one I need to get your guys' opinion on. So Joe Lujan, when I went over to his place and he goes, "Hey, I was over at Zia Records the other day, and I saw that, and I'm not going to say what film it is yet." He goes, "I saw this movie there, and it's your film." And I'm like, "Really? Where did you see it?" And he goes, and asked, "Are there any more?" And he goes, "No, I just saw your film." So I assumed that it was a Blu-ray and that it was in the Blu-ray section. I didn't find it, so I went to horror and found it. I want to find out who this fucking is so I can never work with them again.
Oh, somebody
Meat Hook
actually put
Massacre?
out the producer's cut? Uh,
So this
Huh.
is the film that this is the DVD I made for Indiegogo people. So cast, crew, Indiegogo, and then I made like 10 more. So I think I made a total of like 80 of them. And then I gave them
Oh.
to people who wanted them. Like you pay for shipping and handling and you get a poster and the movie.
Somebody sold it?
So somebody who worked on the film, cast or crew, said, you know what? Fuck this movie. I'm gonna go sell it for like $1.25 at Zia Records.
Oh.
And which is really shitty because it's not like this, which is like a movie. This is something that we all put a lot of time in. Avery made the cover and the back and everything. I created the DVD and all that stuff. And I even went around and had everybody, as many people as I could, sign the inside.
oh
So,
wow.
Yeah,
so this says
that's a shame.
yeah, and it was made through Kanaki, and so and now you buy it for $7.99. So some a-hole who worked on my film decided, like I said, fuck this movie. I'm going to get $1.25.
Yeah.
Is that how much
So
Zia Records, charges for?
it's like like $1.25, $1.50, something like that. It kind of depends on what it is.
I mean,
So
I'd rather give it back to the person and just say, "Here, I didn't like it," you know.
yeah, because it's not like
Or just keep it.
you worked on the movie. Why wouldn't you keep it?
Yeah.
I
You know,
don't know.
at
It's
least
Unless
someone
it
like
ridiculous.
was stolen, or maybe.
I mean, at least like Mark Justice was honest with me. He's like, yeah, I'm happy to be in the movie, but I don't need a copy. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I just gave it to somebody else. I kind of was a little offended because I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want something that you're in? But at least he was honest and just said, yeah, I don't need it. I was in it. I'm fine. I'm
You know,
good. I'm like, oh, okay.
maybe his car got broken into and someone stole that in a bunch of other movies and they sold it. And you know what I mean? It's possible.
I doubt it.
I mean, I don't know. So I'm one day I'm hoping to find the person who sold this so I could tell them to go fuck off and die,
Well,
and I will never work with them again.
next time you do something like that, you want to number all your DVDs so that if you do come
Yeah,
across
it's a good
that, you got
idea.
a list. You got a list of them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That is a good
So
idea.
yeah, because I get that if you buy a movie and you don't like it, okay, fine, I'll go sell it. But it's like, really? Something that you can't get? Not that I'm saying it's a
Yeah.
collector's item, but it's whoever did this, they worked on the film in some sort of capacity. And they
No,
have to live next to the Zia Records because there's two. And
I hear you, John. That's disappointing.
yeah. So, I mean, if I find out who it is, should I give them a chance? Should I not work with them again? Because I'm pretty insulted by
I
it.
mean that's up to you, but I would ask what the deal is.
Oh yeah, it might even be someone you don't work with anymore, that just decided to do it. You know what I mean? Like, so
I mean,
who
true.
knows? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
who
know,
knows?
I know a couple people moved, so I don't know unless maybe they sold it when they moved. I don't think so, but yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
don't know.
glad you got it back and and whatnot, but that's messed up.
Yeah, so
All
but
right,
that's my 10.
Paul, you're up for your last
All
10.
right. So part of the first group of the last 10 are again more Dollar Tree ones, but these look like a little bit more interesting. First one is called The Dawn.
Oh God,
Yes,
And that
yes.
looks like a non-exploitation film.
boring.
It's an Amityville horror movie.
Really?
Boring.
It is. Jonathan told me about it, and I
No.
had to buy it.
He had to buy it because he has to own all the Amityville movies, as we
There,
know.
Okay.
there's two films that are like that: The Dawn and the film called The Unspoken, which are
Okay.
technically in the universe of Amityville horror. Yeah, Jonathan doesn't like the director who did The Dawn. I don't like one of the
not like
actresses.
him. I don't not like him. I just think he.
Oh, it's Brandon
It was
Slagle.
just it was just sort of boring. It was just a
I
boring
didn't even
movie.
notice that.
Yeah.
And I don't like probably the second actress that's listed in there. She can go fuck
Yeah,
herself.
Stacey Dash.
and
I mean, whatever.
Stacey Dash, Devaney Pinn's in there.
Stacey Dash looked awesome in Playboy. She has an amazing body, and she's but she's a total. I can't stand
She's
her.
a wackadoodle, though. Yeah.
She's a right wing wackadoodle who went against her own people, and then when she decided, oh shit, Trump didn't get nominated again, I better apologize, and all of them went, see you later, Felicia. So
Bye, Felicia. All right, now next.
Okay, next one is a weird looking film, but it could be fun, and it's called Let's Scare Julie.
yep,
I've
got
heard of
one.
that. Yeah.
At Shout Studios, and Troy Lee Ann Johnson, Isabel May. I don't know who these folks are, so could be interesting. Next, I'm a sucker for werewolves, and this is called Wolves.
Wolves. Oh,
Yep,
I
So
mean,
if we took my copy of Where and put it with your Wolves,
there you go.
it would be
you could have-
werewolves.
yeah.
David Haxter, and of course, it's fucking teenagers. It's high school.
That sounds like a good double feature. Werewolves.
There you go.
I love it.
And then this is one with Bella Thorne and Alec Baldwin, and I could not pass this up. Chick Fight.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I
I
want
bought
that.
that at some point.
Because it looks like
I
it's
want
going to
that.
be fun.
Just don't give Alec a gun.
Yeah.
This is pre
next,
Alec not having a gun, I guess.
Next is a twofer. So I'm counting this as 2 DVDs because it's packaged together as 2. So I'm going to pop this open so I can read what the hell the movies are. But
I have it. It's very confusing. I thought there were 2 different movies when I was making my video.
No.
They're not.
No. So it's first one is a 10 movie collection. The big thing is they keep saying Steven Seagal is one of them, but it's Driven to Kill, Tunnel Vision, Living to Die, CIA Code Name Alexa, Stormtrooper, CIA Target Alexa Again, Deadly Breed, The Big Fall, Prime Target, and Riot, which I've heard of. The rest, never heard of before.
Yeah, Driven to Kill is the Seagal one. I think Jim Wynorski directed a film on there too.
Nice.
And so this is just so it's spread out on 2 discs. Basically.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like 5 movies per disc, but they just make it confusing as hell.
They did make it confusing. So the last 4 are a lot more fun and interesting films that I got either off the internet or ordered them or YouTube or whatever. So first one, we have Battle Girl, The Living Dead in Tokyo Bay.
Nice.
That looks good.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. Asian Cult Cinema Collection. Next is one that I thought I would have had, but I kept looking and I don't actually have it. Three-Headed Shark Attack.
Nice.
Oh, 3-headed? Nice.
The uncensored and unrated version.
Because
So there
that's
you go.
the one you have to get.
Exactly. More
How
head-
far did he get? Did he get up to 5 head shark attack?
I think
Say.
6. I think 6 was the
6?
last one.
Yeah.
I want an 8-headed. I don't know if he ever did 8-headed.
We all
Yeah.
want eight-headed.
Yeah, no.
Then the next one, Mr. Moody's the one who told me about this one, so naturally I had to go out and get it. Turkish Star Wars. I'm sorry,
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yeah, so you already did. We already did Turkish Star Wars, but
Right, right.
yeah, I
And
told
it's-
him about. I showed it. I sent him a thing because I saw it on what is it?
Oh, man.
Red Letter Media had a copy of it, and I said, "Do you own this?" I see it on eBay for like I think it was $20 or something. You should get it, and I'm not going to get it because I'm not as big into it. And there was like the last one, so Paul, of course.
Yeah, I got it. But the funny thing is, I went and did a little research before I bought it. Everyone seems to agree it's actually pretty good. So
Uh-oh.
we'll see.
We'll have to review it. Maybe it won't put Lenore to sleep.
Finally, we have a something weird double feature, 2 movies that I really want, especially the first one. Night of the Bloody Apes and Feast of Flesh.
I know
Aw.
Night of the Bloody Apes, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Something Weird is good. They got some good stuff.
Half man, half beast, all horror.
Good.
And you can see the half man, half beast. He's like a man, but he's got a little mask on. That's the beast.
Little
That
mask
is
on.
horror. That's pure horror.
Oh yeah. And
All
it's
right.
Nate Cardona. So, these are the wrestling women chicks from the Mexican movies
Oh, like the Lucador stuff that you always like.
that I love. Yes.
All right. Well, that is our hauls, right? You're done, Paul,
Yep.
right? So that was our hauls for t January 2023. We will, yes, Puppet Shark is your favorite. I
So
knew
I
that
can't
got,
wait. I can't wait.
yeah. Um, did you see that video I sent you, that the puppets music video and stuff or
Yes.
whatever? Um,
You
I
know I
love
love anything with puppets.
I know you do. But so we're gonna talk about what's going on with Indie Film Cafe, and there's actually some big news I was talking to Paul about earlier. Now, John doesn't even know this yet because I haven't brought it up to him yet. Um, this will be the last season for a lot of shows coming up. And I say this before and blah blah blah. I know I've changed my mind a lot, but I think this is literally going to be the last season for a lot of shows. I kind of want to have fun and do that, but and they may come back at some point or another. But right now, um, my main concentration has been a lot of my writing, and a lot of people know that, and I've been taking a lot of time off of my uh podcasting to do the writing, and I can't sort of do both all the time, you know? And I got to focus on one or the other. And honestly, this year has been, my goal has been to write 20 scripts and to, or more, and to just keep doing stuff and then get things out and make things happen, And so that's my plan this year. And so one of the things I have to do is kind of step back from a lot of the podcasting. Paul's okay with that because Paul likes to do the stuff he's already doing and whatnot and whatnot. And he doesn't have a lot that he has to do. So, which means there will be no 31 days of indie horror this year. Whether or not I bring that back next year or the year after or whatever, I can't say. But I can say that this year I am taking a break from it because it does take a lot of time away from focusing on other stuff that I could be doing, you know, and whatnot. I will still be doing stuff for Blu-ray Hunter, but not as much. And as well as Horror Film Lovers, we still will be doing the Horror Film Lovers Mainstream Monday and the First Time Watch Fridays. So I'll be doing that, you know. Um, but those things will be like just, what I can, do. But right now my main focus has been a lot of my writing and stuff. And we are still doing uh this year we're doing Indie Film Cafe, and it's going to be all the way till the end. It'll be 4 episodes. So we are going to continue doing that and whatnot. But that'll be hopefully done by all of those will be done by July. So after that, I think we are going to go this year. We are going to go back to or for next season, we're going to go back to doing one each. For at least for that season, just to give me a break. Like
No, I think that's a great idea.
I think it is too, especially if because writing is what I want to do with my life is the career, and podcasting is fun, but it's not the career I want, like if I had to choose between one and the other. So I'm gonna try the writing thing for a while, see how that goes and whatnot, and then maybe if things don't work out and we start getting good stuff with the podcast, I'll come back to that and make
And it
that my
allows
focus.
me time to I brought back Forgotten Horror Classics, which is great, but I also want to do Sexploitation Sleazecast, and I just don't have the time right now. But maybe 6 months from now I will.
Um, the ones that will not be the last season, as far as I know, we still Indie Film Cafe will still be going for as long as we possibly can. So that's never gonna change.
And the halls
Um,
too.
and the halls will continue to go as long as we all want to do them, and everything, until we all get sick of each other and they're like, screw this, shit. Right, John?
Right.
So the ones that will still be going, Film Freaks, we are going to be recording stuff with that. Criterion Watch will still be going. I mean, it's not going to be the last season as far as I know for those. The and What the Fuck Fridays, those are still gonna go until I can't do them or whatever, and then maybe Paul will take over and do more of those stuff with other people or something. We'll see. I've said this before, and then I end up not, I end up still doing them because I love them. Film Freaks, I especially love, and Criterion Watch. I've got so many Criterion films now. You know, just did The Graduate, and I know John and I are eventually going to do that as one of the, it's one of the videos for Criterion Watch. So, you know what I mean? It's going to continue to happen, but uh, the big ones like 80s horror films, I think this will be the last season for now, because it's really hard. Rebecca is always busy, so it's really hard, but we are planning to start that up again in March. And then all the other 90s horror and all these other things, I think I'm just gonna, take a teeny tiny break, or if not completely have it be the last season, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. But like as I said, we'll have like this season, we'll have at least every week, except for this for in what is it, this week and for Monday, since it's the fifth week. We'll have all the Indie Film Cafe episodes out. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I mean, as Paul was saying, he's started Forgotten Horror Classics. That'll be out whenever he gets ones done and
End of the
everything.
month.
End of
It
the
looks
month
like.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
So which is perfect because that doesn't interfere with my Throwback Thursday ones that I've been putting out. So, but it'll be Thursdays, I think, is going to be the plan to put those out. So you'll get them at the end of the month. Um, John will still be doing reviews after midnight, until he gets sick of doing them or whatever. Which I think you said you got 3 already in the can or something.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Outstanding. We
yeah.
appreciate it.
Oh, dude,
Oh
we
yeah.
appreciate content because we love doing it, but we love taking a break. And as I said, I'm gonna need to take a break. If other people want to come on and do a show for us or whatever, and give us something every month, or something. Looking at you, Madeline Deering. If you guys want to do stuff like that, feel free. We'll do Shark Attack Sunday this year. As far as I know, we're going to continue to do that unless there's an issue, because that just sort of started recently. So, but a lot of these other ones, I would just like to take 31 days of indie horror, horror film lovers. We've got a really big sort of announcement happening with that, and so that'll be a big thing. And then Phil, Frights at Roundtable, that's done this year too. So almost everything's kind of getting done right now because I just don't have time. I
Yeah.
don't know how Michael Rosenbaum does this, but I guess he gets paid to do it. But I'm like, I don't know how he does it and does conventions and does movies, and you know what I mean? Like that dude is
Yeah.
incredible.
And
So
even something like Indie Film Cafe Spotlight, I think that should just, I'm not saying it should go away. I just think that that should be, every now and again, whenever we manage to actually get a hold of somebody rather than
yeah,
it's scheduled in, we have to do one every month. You know what I
yeah, I don't
mean?
think we have to do it one every month because it is getting to a point where it's getting sort of harder to, but it was nice when it was going and working and everything, but now but I wasn't focusing on my writing back then. And now this year I've got big plans and big stuff happening, so that I
So
want.
you're saying it's all about you.
It is all about me. Sorry. Like I, for my part of the stuff, as I said, Paul could continue to do his stuff, and everything. And he is, but he's been having trouble trying to get some of the stuff done with as much
Yeah,
stuff as he's doing.
I prefer to have locals, because they can come in and watch the movie and, you get to have a discussion. And I prefer that way.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah. So no. And John, we're very happy to have you, helping us out and everything because as we said, we would like more people to do
And
stuff like that.
video stuff I don't mind doing on YouTube or on Zoom or something, but when it comes to an actual podcast, I prefer somebody right there using the same mic, and I just think it's more consistent.
I don't mind I like having the Zoom just because I like to be able to reach people that we can't always fly in or
Right.
something,
Yeah.
or whatever. So we can have somebody like Liz. Liz has been a very big part of our season this year and stuff
Yay,
and
Liz.
everything. And we love her. John, has been a very big part, We can't have John just come out and record for a whole month, of stuff,
Which is a shame. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it would
wish
be
we
actually.
could.
Yeah.
I wish we could, but we
One day
can't
I'll make a
afford.
trip out there.
One
Yay.
day when we can afford it, we'll give John enough money so he can take a month off work and come out and so he can come do this stuff with us. We are still planning to
I'll
do
cook
something with
for you.
Keith Phoenix at some point, but it's just like we said, it's been really difficult. Just scheduling has been a bitch and everybody's busy with a lot of stuff and I'm trying to stay busy,
Yeah, we
so
never got to do our stinkathon with Angel. That would have been fun.
we will one day maybe. I mean, that's something that I don't think we even have to really record much, for that. That's just something we just do for fun. Um, but that'll be if we need a break, like or whatever. Right now, I want to get a lot of work done and Paul's got his normal job and John's got his normal job and everything. So we just need to get everything done when we can.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
so this, like I said, this will probably might be the last season for a lot of these shows. Some of them are going to like, episode 15, which is great. I may continue with Hollywood Knockbusters because that's just a simple thing I can do with people. A couple of these I may just do just because they're easy to do, but a lot of them might not. So I don't know. It'll depend. It'll be nice to take a break though, especially later this year, early next year, just take a break and work on my other stuff. But as I said, Indie Film Cafe and a couple of the other ones will not be going anywhere anytime soon. It's just the kind of the ones that are sort of our bread and butter are the ones that are
Dial it
staying.
back a bit.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need 20 podcasts going.
We do
We
not.
don't get enough people to listen,
We do
as
not.
is. So if more people are listening and checking it out and wanting and asking for these things, then we would be doing it.
That's why I do one video a week and
I
that's it.
know, I
It's
know.
not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. You're right. And it's becoming a part where like if I was doing 31 days of indie horror, I would have to basically do one a week, and stuff. And I just can't do that. You were saying before, John, that it's tough for you to watch just one movie a week, or whatever.
It is.
You just don't have time. I've been doing one a week and I kind of regretted deciding to do the 365-day movie challenge, but I've been doing it. One day I may not be able to, and that's gonna have to stop. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, when I'm retired, I can do stuff like that.
Yeah. But anyway, you can join on this day that this is released. Also, the Blu-ray Hunter release of so Paul, me and John do or Paul, John and I do what is it? The Blu-rays, and we only do 5 Blu-rays here. But I have so many Blu-rays that Blu-ray Hunter will show off all the Blu-rays that I've gotten for the last couple months. And John, I think, wants to join me for a special guest for an episode and show off some of his stuff too for that because some of those he can't, he gets more. Paul, on the other hand, does not get as many as we do, or whatever.
What
I
about
think
blue
you're lucky if
cheese?
you get 5 a month, or
What about blue
whatever.
cheese? Are we going to do that one?
That's up to you, man. You gotta like I tried to do it one time with you and you want to do other stuff.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean that's the problem is we got so many shows. I think we are gonna start in February, start getting a lot of these shows knocked out, and stuff that we need to
Well, the
do.
good thing about blue cheese is that we could knock off 2 or 3 or even 4 if we wanted to in one day.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Probably 2. I don't think I could watch 3 or 4 of those shitty Blu-ray movies.
So much fun.
Like that
We could
Dollhouse
do an
movie or
SP.
whatever.
We could do an SP release
No,
on Saturday.
no.
Valix Villarette.
Stop trying to give us more shit to do. We got enough already.
I love Alex Villarette though.
I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking this out. John, how can people like check out your stuff?
Facebook, just under John Ward, or YouTube, John Ward at Dark Park Films. And yeah, I put up one video a week. And yeah, then on Indie Film Cafe, there's the reviews after midnight. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm
And
at.
horror
Just,
film lovers, we do Mainstream
yeah,
Monday.
horror film lovers. Yeah, yeah.
And
We
then
got that.
Axmas has been popping up all over the place, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of doing its run again, and so I got to get on getting part 3 and 4 done. So that's what
See,
I'm.
you're kind of like me, where you gotta get shit done. So you gotta scale things back a little bit too on, and I think that's why you scaled back on your only doing one a week, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like doing the YouTube stuff, but I don't make money, and there aren't a lot of views, and so it's like, okay, do I continue making 3 videos a week and not do anything else and getting the 20 views or whatever it is? I was looking at the analytics on some of my videos, and it kind of starts off up here with people watching it, and then dip, and then it just goes down. So it's like so I try to make stuff a little bit shorter now, but yeah, they start off watching it and then it just dies. So
Well, there you go. Sorry. That happens. I'm sure if we looked at ours, it'll be the same way. I don't think people, if you are watching this right now all the way to this part, please comment and tell
You
us
are the
that
best.
that you have actually lasted this long to this, because we're always surprised, but that's what happens with our hauls and stuff. We kind of chitter chatter, you know. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to kind of fill everybody in, and John and I are going to be going into doing our next haul video soon. So for you guys, yeah, that'll be on my haul. Just giving you a sneak preview on because I also got it, but I think it's not part of this. So, but anyway, everybody, thank you guys so much. Check out all of our stuff at indiefilmcafe.reviews and indiefilmcafe.podbean.com. Until then, have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
bye.